Hey everybody, how are you doing? Happy 4th of July. If you're sitting here with us tonight, that means you as well are not going to watch fireworks unless you're going to do it a little later. But, it's a 4th of July celebration for the country, but not so much for this team, for Inter Miami. And, I have to sit through this misery of Inter Miami and talk to you guys about how I want things to be better, but in reality, they're not. But I don't do this alone, of course. I do it with my buddy, Uncle Ed. Say hi, Ed.
Peter, oh man,
Did I catch you off guard?
dude. It's I don't know what it was, but that's all I've been doing since I saw the last game. I've been drinking.
Just
here
drinking?
because I can't take it anymore. We just keep losing. And thanks, guys, for joining us. Help us out here. What can we do to get this team back on track? But before that, Peter, we got stuff to do.
We do have some business to take care of, and where is that? That is right here, and that's going to Caneswear. And that Caneswear is our great sponsor, and they sponsor this channel. And to show your support for us, the best way to show your support for us is to go to Caneswear. And I know this weekend they're having a great sale. I am going to Caneswear tomorrow. I will be at Caneswear Monday, depending on when you watch this. If you're watching this Monday, I may have already been there. I'm planning on driving down to Caneswear on Monday to buy some Inter Miami stuff. Even though this team is bad, Ed, I still want to support them and want to spend some money at Caneswear, where you can find such a great selection of Inter Miami gear and any other South Florida team you want to get as well.
That's the place to go, Caneswear, guys. Go there. That's where we get all our stuff. I'm not wearing any Inter Miami stuff right now because I'm so depressed.
Yeah, no, and you see me drinking from this kind of koozie. You could get this at Caneswear.
Right.
So,
well, dude, yeah, get them. It's stuff to do.
But
Inter
Miami
Peter,
on this side.
Oh, yeah, nice. It's a nice.
Get that one there.
Yeah, definitely gonna get it, guys.
You can also get these. You can get these kind of things too. Look at I got some stickers.
Nice. What are the stickers?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can get stuff like that at Caneswear.
Wow. What else you got in there?
That's it within reach. That's it within reach.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've got a hat, but I mean, I've had that. That's all I got within reach, Ed. That's enough of show and tell for right now, I guess.
I got you, Peter Brown. Well, guys, I gotta say,
let's welcome a few folks in that have been there in the chat.
Yeah, let me go there right now. And guys, thanks for tuning in and sharing. The misery that is of being a follower of Inter Miami.
It's a tough team to be a fan for right now. But you're here. That means you are a diehard fan. I mean, heck, it's a holiday, and you're spending your time with us talking about this crappy team.
Wow,
that's a diehard fan right there.
Yeah, those are diehard fans right there. But let's start talking about some of the diehard fans. We've got Baldwin. My Roman numerals are terrible. It looks like it's 4, right?
Yeah.
Baldwin 4, how you doing, my friend? Of course, with us, One World, One Goal. She's, everywhere. She's on social media, has been following us, and we've known her for such a long time. And by the way, hello to our good friend Diego Serna, 17. Jose Velasquez is also with us. Peter Brown, and your buddy Uncle Ted Sikowski. He's also there. Look at that.
He's getting a little sick here. He's got a little.
He is, man, and
he's a little diarrhea.
But poor guy. Whoa,
that's what it says.
Yeah, it's a little graphic there, but
a little too much information. A little TMI for TED.
Yeah, that's true, man. We've got also Alex Z is with us. Happy 4th of July to you too. Of course, he's always listening to us, putting up with us. Judge Dredd the Law. Thank you, my friend, for listening to us, putting up with our stuff. My compatriota Marvin Mieles, also fellow Ecuadorian. How you doing, my friend? We got Richard Greenberg. He's also with us. Oop, I skipped somebody. There's a reason why I skipped somebody.
Oh, there's a reason?
Yeah. Our good friend Eric Thomas. No, I did it by accident, Eric. Don't think I did it on purpose.
Sounded like you're throwing some shade there
I miss him. He
Eric.
doesn't. He used to text us all the time, and now he just stopped. I mean,
He's
where did
got
the love
two.
go, man?
Hey man,
Um,
we're all in a state of depression right now.
that's probably what it is. We've got Kata is also on here. Kata, thanks for putting up with us. Troy, one I think it is, or Troy, or he's with us as well. Thanks for tuning in.
And he's got a good point there. It's the players or the coach. It sure is not the fans. That's not the
That's for
problem.
sure. That's for sure. The fans are there. We're packing that stadium. The supporters groups are doing what they do, and they're looking spectacular. It looks incredible on TV. But the only thing that's missing is the team, Peter Brown. So that's it for now. Guys, keep let us know what you think. We're going to be referencing the chat room all the time because sometimes we run out of stuff to do. Even though Peter Brown can talk forever, but
Speaking of the chat room, this one's fun. Uncle Ted here says, one time Ed and I played at Soccer 5 in Kendall, and we got beat 12-0, but we were still better than Inter Miami.
Wow, I don't know about that. Yeah, we played back in the day. We don't play anymore because
It's too old. Because you're too
getting
old,
too
Ed.
old. Yeah, that's what it is. I got the gray to show it.
Yeah, you do.
But hey, man, wait a second. Yeah, and you're older than I am, and you look younger than me. What the heck? Good
Genetics.
genes, right?
Genetics.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's
Genetics.
what it was. That's what it was. And here
So,
I am.
Ed,
But
how was your 4th of July? I mean, this is the 4th right now, and it's a nice long weekend for a lot of us. Would you do this 4th?
well, I just got back. I was actually at Dolphin Mall for a little bit, looking for stuff. Mostly, I wasn't looking for anything. My daughters and my wife were looking for stuff because that's all they do. And but otherwise, and we had something to eat. We went to some Japanese place where they cook in front of you, and that was
Nice.
pretty cool. Yeah, the guy was funny as heck. Cutting things in front of you, throwing them at you, setting the place on fire, and then
Did he do the egg roll?
No, he did like a little choo-choo train type of thing for my
They
granddaughter.
usually do this little trick where they like roll the egg and go, this is an egg roll.
No, he didn't do that one.
Or
He did a
the
little choo-choo
volcano.
train.
Come on, you got to get the volcano. They got to do the volcano.
With the onion. Yeah, he did that. With the onion, but he did that, a variety of that with I don't know if it was celery, and he pushed the celery, a couple of celeries across the thing with the smoke coming out, and he started saying choo choo.
All right,
So that was pretty funny.
when you go to that place, they got that white sauce. You a fan of that white sauce? Ed?
Yeah. They call it. The guy was calling it
Yum?
yummy sauce.
Yum
Yeah.
yum. I mean, because I think some places have it like trademarked or whatever. I know there's a place Kobe up in Orlando. Down here we've got Benihana's. I got one.
Yeah.
I got a Benihana fairly close to me, and it got that yum sauce. There's always that white one, and then I think there's the red one. Which one's better?
I think it was the white one.
The white one's better one, right?
Yeah.
That's what you got to go with. You got to pour that. You got to soak that on everything.
Yeah, dude, that thing was good. And
So bad for you.
Good eating, but yeah, it's probably really bad for you. Anything that's too that good is bad for you. But so that's what I did today, Peter. I mean, you look like you're tired, man. What did you do all day?
I'm tired and I'm maybe a little tan. I've been, I was like sitting by the pool all weekend. Had a little pool party with family. Yesterday had some of my nephews and nieces over. We grilled out yesterday, and then today it was like, you know what? 4th of July, you're supposed to like do barbecue, right? Isn't that part of the thing?
Yeah.
Because, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think 4th of July is like the number 3, top grilling day of the year. If I remember correctly, it's something around like you've got the top grilling days of the year are like Memorial Day, because that's the first day of like unofficial summer. Everybody's got to get out. They got to do some grilling.
Right.
And then Father's Day.
Day.
Father's Day is a big grilling day. And I think July 3rd, and I know a lot of people do hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that. But I found a nice recipe that I cooked up some citrus barbecue glazed chicken on the grill. It's pretty damn good, Ed. Pretty
Sounds
darn
good, man. I'm already starting to get hungry again. But
Had that, some
Peter,
corn on the cob, all that stuff. So yeah, Ed, I'm tired.
let's concentrate here. Let's concentrate.
I
Here.
am concentrating on the fun stuff because what you
It's
want to
it,
talk
it's
about is not fun.
yeah, I know. It's
I'm,
it's like you
I'm
say,
ready to
man.
talk about what was on the menu, what you had to drink, because that's a lot better than what we saw on what, yesterday.
Yeah,
That was whatever else we want to talk about is better than that.
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
it's
Go
made
ahead
me
and
drink
do
a
it
lot
anyways.
because
Go ahead and
after
do it anyways, Ed.
after watching that thing, it's funny because I watched the Inter Miami game, and right after I was like, all right, fine, we lost again, but maybe Ecuador is going to be able to do something. I watched Ecuador versus Argentina. They played decent for a little bit, but then they got scored on 3 times. So I didn't have a good weekend.
Not a good soccer weekend at all. No.
No, terrible. But yeah, okay, so Peter Brown, it looks like you had a relaxed. I don't know why you look tired, but you had a relaxed
because
weekend
I've had about, I know people will call me out for this, but I've had like, I don't know, 10 of these what are they called, seltzers. I've had like 10 of these seltzers, so
Our good friend Eric Thomas is definitely telling you those are weak drinks.
I'll
That's
tell
what he's
you
saying.
this. I will tell you this. Our friend Eric, once upon a time, brought some Yingling with him, right? And for a tailgate that we ended up getting late to. So ended
Right.
up that all that beer that he bought ended up at my house, which I'm very thankful for, and it was very good. But I'll just tell you, Yingling is 4.5% ABV. This is 5%. Okay.
Ooh,
A little bit. It'll get you there. A hair.
So I don't know,
more,
Eric.
just a hair.
Yeah.
I
don't know,
So
Eric.
all I'm saying, Eric, is real men drink seltzer. But
There you go.
but yeah, I'm tired because that and just laying on a pool floaty all day can make you sleepy. Oh, and that and I am quite the Chef Boyardee lately, or whatever else you want to call it. I also made some homemade coffee ice cream today, and I probably need some of
Coffee
that. I probably
ice
gotta
cream.
go get some of that.
Nice. That'll definitely wake you up.
Yesterday we made cookies and cream ice cream for the kids.
Whoa.
Today was a homemade coffee ice cream for me.
For the oldens.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted. But I still haven't had it yet because it's in the freezer. It's finishing its stuff. I made it.
So
now I
after
had
the
to
show?
firm up. Had to firm up a little bit. After the show,
That's
get a little
it.
coffee ice
You're
cream.
going for it. Awesome. Well, okay. Whoa, I saw something. Eric Thomas just put something up. You see that? You didn't
Yeah,
see that?
I
What
see
he
it,
put
but I'm just saying what I'm drinking has got a little more punch than what he provided.
Gotcha.
Just
All right,
saying.
Eric. Well, plus we own beers. Maybe we're gonna have to
We do
get
own.
him seltzers
We do own.
because he
I know,
actually you own beer because I didn't have any of those beers that he.
I know I had a
left at
whole
your house.
bunch. He bought a lot, and so yeah, I
Oh,
do owe
man.
him some stuff. As somebody else said, party at Peter's house. Maybe.
Could have. I bet you still have leftovers.
Not much, just a little. You
Ooh.
make small portions when you're just a family of 3. You don't make giant
Right.
amounts because it's just a family of 3 of us, and my
Gotcha.
wife doesn't eat the stuff I generally make because she doesn't eat meat very
Oh,
often.
I was talking about the beer.
Oh, I thought you were meant food. Beer's gone, dude. What are you
Oh,
thinking?
really? Wow.
What are you
Look
thinking?
at you. Well, good.
I mean, I just told you I have
I
like
thought you
10
didn't
of
drink
these.
that much.
I
But apparently you do.
Look. I don't really drink all that much, but since I bought this house, I drink more than I ever have before. Because there's
cool.
nothing better than you mow the lawn, and then you're hot. You grab some cold, tasty beverage like a beer or seltzer, and you jump in the pool and you hang there for the rest of the day, and you slurp those suckers down.
Wow. And the wife doesn't say anything? She's like, Peter Brown? Nothing.
No, the yard
She
looks
just lets
good.
you soak there.
The yard looks good. She's happy.
All right. As
Job
long as
well
she's
done.
happy.
She says,
Nice.
"Relax. Job well done."
Nice.
There
All
you
right,
go.
guys. Enough of our 4th of July, and we've been going around, oh, look at that. RuPaul drink seltzer too, Peter Brown. Nice.
And here's the thing: is I'm okay with you making fun of me because I would have never. I'm the one that put that on the screen.
That's true. All right, Peter. I know you don't want to talk about it, but we got to talk about it. That game, wasn't it just terrible?
Yeah, here's how bad that game was, Ed. The game was so bad that in the middle of the game, I decided to go and wash dishes.
Wow.
I decided that, you know what, the dishes that are sitting in the sink from, cooking, because we had family over and all that, I'll just go take care of those because I'm not going to miss anything in this game. Did we even have a shot on the goal? I don't know. I didn't look at the stats.
I don't blame you. Yeah, you could walk away and you knew they weren't going to score.
No, and I mean, granted, my kitchen, I could see my TV, so I didn't really miss much. But my attention was diverted to the dirty dishes. That was more important than what was going on in that field because they were boring. And you can't say it was so horrible. They only lost by 1 goal, right? So, people are complaining forever about the defense. Hey, only lost by 1 goal. That's a positive, right? But there's no attack, and everybody likes to complain so much about the defense so much. But I've been thinking for quite a long time that the problem's more up top because, we give away some goals, sure, here and there, but if you can't score anything, heck, Ed, I mean, we can't score nothing. So what are we gonna do?
Oh man, it was just, and that's why we need your guys to help us out. Put it down in the chat, or can they give us a call, Peter Brown?
3 shots on goal, Eric is saying. Wow. Only 3. To me, it felt like 0. It felt like 0. Yeah, you could give us a call if you want to bitch and moan just like we are right here at 786-474-4435. I do have one voice. I have 3 voicemails, so on deck. So I tested pre-show. I have 2 ways to listen to the voicemail. If one way does not work, I do have a backup. So we definitely have your voicemails tonight. So
well, that's good. Well, let's. All right, yeah, it was terrible to watch. We can't score for the life of us. Carranza, God bless him, he's got energy, but he can't score for anything. Maybe Tubby.
Screwed up again by picking the wrong forward.
Yeah,
spending a bunch of money stupidly.
Incredibly.
Is that what you're going to say, Ed?
Yes, Peter. Totally. This is what a waste of money so far. I mean, God bless the kid. He's got energy, but same thing with Pellegrini. Maybe they're good. They're good physically. They can run, but they just can't score. And except for what was it? A couple of games last season where Carranza scored.
Too long ago. I don't remember. I have short-term memory loss. I don't
exactly. And there's nothing. We have nothing, man. If Higuain's not there to score, we've got nothing. Pizarro went in for a few minutes as well. He didn't do anything. I was like, okay, we have a hope. Maybe we can tie. No, he didn't do anything. I don't know if he's out of shape, just doesn't have the motivation. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel, I guess you could say. We've got 2 players that are coming next week, Peter Bryan.
They're going to be here next week. We got a new goalkeeper and defender.
Yeah, we got Gibbs and Marsman is his name. He's from the Netherlands.
He's good because he's Dutch. I mean, he's good because he's Dutch.
Right. Peter Brown's Dutch, so that's why he's supporting this totally. But yeah, the guy's got to be better than the keeper we've got. But McCarthy, God bless him again. I think he's done what he could. But we need somebody a little bit more solid. Perhaps this is the guy that's going to do it. And we need some more defense. And Gibbs is coming perhaps at a good time to compete from one of those positions.
He plays left, doesn't he? So he would take where Makun is playing, which
is probably a good idea.
So Makun is suspect at times, but I think our central defense. What do you think of the last? I think they played the last 2 games, Figal and LGP together in the middle instead of Shawcross and LGP. Figal is more natural position there in the middle. Yeah. I think they played well together.
Yeah, I think they did well. I'm kind of glad they moved Figal because the reason why we lost. The reason why we lost the last game was because Figal, I think, didn't put enough pressure on Nani, and Orlando beat us. So I don't know, Peter. I think Gibbs is coming at a great time. I think we've got a new goalkeeper. Will that be enough? Two players? Will there be more movements? This
This
time,
is
do you
it. I
think?
think.
Do we
I
have any
think.
space
Yeah.
for any players?
No. No. I
Will
mean,
somebody leave, Peter?
they could get rid of somebody, but I mean, they're gonna eat a bunch of money because the problems. I think a biggest part of our problem is we misspent our money. So your big money players, whether they're the DPs or Carranza, for example, they spent a lot of money on Carranza. All these players, all the big money players are not performing.
Right.
So they could dump up some money, but they're going to lose a good chunk of money. And then what can they get in the middle of the season? I don't know. I think you're done for this year. I think this is it.
Yeah, it's something that we texted back and forth, and I think I felt the same way that you do. I think this year's. I mean, I don't know if there's anything we can do to turn it around. I don't know if these two players are enough. If there's going to be any other movement, any other player movements to get us somebody that's gonna, or enough players that's gonna change this team. We've got good players. I don't know. It's just they can't. They don't have the chemistry. They can't play good together.
Here's something I was thinking about, and Russell Buffton is saying the same thing, if I'm saying your last name right. Give the academy players a shot. They can't do much worse than we're seeing right now. I was thinking that earlier today while I was chilling on a pool floaty with a seltzer in my hand. That I think I would rather them be a team that is banking on their academy, banking on their young players, than some of these over-the-hill players. You couldn't be any worse. Right? I mean, you can't get much worse than we are right now. So why not kind of go the route?
Well, there is worse than us right now, Peter Brown.
All right. Yes, there is.
Since you brought it, and you're the one that told me about it, so you're the one that's going to break it out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Toronto fired their head coach. Toronto fired Chris Armas. And Chris and they are, just one. If we look at the standings here, let's go top. Here we go. Standings. They are one spot below us. Here we are in 13th. Toronto is in 14th place, and Toronto decided to fire their head coach. And he wasn't with the team a whole long. He was there just for this season, so the season's not even halfway done. And they said, enough.
See you wouldn't want to be you is what they said. Peter, okay, look at Toronto. It's kind of funny because Chris Armas played for DC United for a long time. And DC United just gave him a whooping. What was it, 7-1 or something like that?
I don't know.
That's the reason why they fired the guy. They scored 7 goals on him. His old team was the reason why he had to leave, basically.
Yeah, the DC 7-1. Holy cow! That is an embarrassing loss that gets your coach fired.
That'll get you fired. Yeah, and so, they're an expensive team, one of the highest. Kind of like Inter Miami. They're one of the most expensive teams, and they were solid for such a long time, for so many years. They still have a lot of those old players that are making a lot of money, but they're not performing anymore, obviously. So that's if that happens to Toronto,
where does that leave Phil Neville?
Yeah, and we were talking about it right before we started the show, and we stopped because we started doing the show before we did the show.
That happens.
And we were talking about that. It was like, is it time, Peter Brown, to start asking for Phil Neville's head?
And that's the thing is, I don't want to be the kind of team that goes and gets a new coach every year. You don't want to be like one of these South American teams or Mexican teams that fires a coach.
Mexican, right? The Mexican teams do that all the time. They play 5 games, they lose all 5 games, they're out of there.
Yeah, they'll change coaches as often as I change my underwear.
There you go.
Every 5 games.
After 5 games? Every 5 games.
Every 5 games.
I can't. That's not quick at all, but I know what you're trying to get.
That didn't come out quite the way I meant, but
you
get my general stinky drift.
Right, there you go.
But yeah, I don't necessarily want to be one of those clubs that is doing a constant turnover and constantly changing the coach. But something's got to change. And I know, look, I am not some great tactician. I don't try to sit here and claim to know the ins and the outs. I know the game from a fan's perspective. I'm not some great tactician that can look and see that Phil's doing all the wrong positioning. He's not moving the players the right way. I mean, I get some of it. But what... I keep hitting the wrong button, Ed.
I see Caneswear.
I know. I keep hitting the wrong button.
Buy Caneswear.
Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong button. And when I do that, it silences you. I hear dead silence after I hit it. But so I'm just a fan, but I start to you've got to question. This really made me question this game. He puts in Shawcross at the end of the game. A defender when we're losing. I know we don't have a lot in attack, but you put in a defender when we're losing, and I don't get it. Are you just hoping that, hey, he's tall and maybe we could get him on the end of a corner? Is that the reason that they bring him in? Because otherwise, why? So, yeah, I start thinking, is it time to at least start having that conversation? Because at this point, I think last year we were already saying that Alonso had to go.
Right.
So it's only fair then and you look at what Toronto did, could we be next? And then I was watching his press conference today, and I started thinking to myself, okay, I don't know if Beckham fires him, but does I almost said Vanny, but does Neville just say back out? Does he step down knowing that this is too much for him? I don't know.
Yeah,
Would he do that?
That would be, I think, a career killer for him because he's coming off basically his only real experiences from a women's national team. So this was, him finally going on his own, trying to start his career. And it's not going too well with this team. So if he quits, it might not look too good. Yeah, and Troy, yeah, I think Phil is a very likable person. Hell of a player. Great friends with Beckham, but sometimes great players aren't great coaches. Beckham decided not to become a coach. Everybody's been asking, what are you going to do? Well, are you ever going to do that? And he knows, no, it's not his thing. Like I said, sometimes players don't make great coaches. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And if he backs out, I think it's his career, a career killer. For him, he's going to have to start from scratch again.
And I don't know that he would. I'm just throwing it out there because I don't know if Beckham would fire him so quickly. But think about this: is we've got Jason Kreis sitting there on the bench, and that's one of the other thing. I was watching the game, and they showed Jason Kreis at one point, and we know he's had some ups and downs. He had a successful coaching career with Real Salt Lake, not so much with New York or Orlando. But right. He knows the league. He played in it, and he's been around and he's coached in it for a long time. I'm curious, what would he do different? Does Phil really listen to him? I don't know. We've got a coach that could step in, at least for an interim basis, right there. He's done it before. But right. And then it goes back to how much is it the coach and how much is it the players, because there's something here that our friend Chris Harris said that, what's the deal with Higuain? Neville says he won't start any player until they are fully fit and can play 90 minutes. Gonzalo's been with us since September. Because he mentioned in the press conference that Gonzalo is on a plan. He is on a fitness plan because I think it was Michelle Kaufman, I believe, who had asked, why is he not starting? And it was because he's on a plan. He's on a fitness plan. He's not fully fit. And they expect him to be finished with this plan for the next game. So we've got a little bit of a break until the next game, and they expect him to potentially start in the next game. But Chris is right. He's been here long enough to be fit. What the hell? Is he just sitting around smoking cigarettes like he said?
Maybe that's what he does. He eats a lot or something. I don't know, because the Argentines are known for eating a lot of.
I mean, he's a little tubby.
They're like, Yeah, but and he's had that problem, his weight problem, since the other teams that he's been with Juventus, you name it. And so it's like,
If you deliver on the field, I don't care if you're chubby.
well, he's the only guy that's scoring, and Ted Sikowski said that last
I
week in
know.
his video, which is
But
pretty funny, by the way. Uh-huh.
but just how, what does that say about our team? That our fat, out of the shape, cigarette smoking, cheeseburger eating, expensive player is our highest goal scorer because he isn't doing a lot. Yes, in the
Right.
Orlando game, that was a nice goal, but that
Right.
is too rare of an occasion. What that tells me is it's not that he's so great; it's that the rest of the offense sucks.
Majorly, man. So we
We don't
basically
have
only
anybody.
one
They're all
forward.
hurt or they're whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I know, Peter. I know. It's just, well, maybe it's time for one of the messages. Maybe we can, listen to something, and our minds will open, and maybe we'll be able to give the team an idea of what to do next. Or Phil
I
Neville.
like what Footballer says. Blame it on Churrasco, and maybe he is spending too much time living La Vida Loca.
Could be footballer. He might be on the on the right track. He definitely likes to eat. I don't know.
Eric Thomas is pretty much saying hell no to Jason Kreis.
Cricey, he wrote too. Cricey.
Nobody knows how to spell that. I'll just give him a benefit of the doubt. All right. Let's go to voicemail we have here. Let's see if this works. Hang on, let me move this to the side. All right, here we go.
Fam. Damn.
We missed him.
This is America's uncle, Uncle Ned. Want to give a shout out to my guys up there downtown, Peter Brown and my boy Uncle Ed. Unfortunately, I'm calling from a mental health ward in New Jersey. I was watching the game last night, and then I forced myself to watch the game this morning. And the missus said, "You got to be out of your damn mind to watch this team again." And she checked me into a mental health ward. So here I am. About last night's game, there's not much to be said, man. I mean, we've talked about this before. This team, as far as chemistry, is bad. It's noticeably bad. There's no link-up play. Whoever's sitting up there saying Jay Chapman is actually a decent footballer, you got to be out of your mind, man. There is no creativity up front at all. There's nothing. There's nothing even to look forward to. I mean, we're at the point now where we're praying that Gonzalo Higuain just scores something. Just score. You know what I'm saying? No real play. No nothing. Just we pray to God that even in a busted play that Gonzalo somehow scores the ball. That's we're doing long balls. We were doing all types of stuff, and not necessarily last night, but I'm just saying in general. The past 5 or 6 games, man, we look bad out there, man, and you just got to give credit to Montreal. Once again, they stifled us. Second game against Montreal, second shutout. So that's that. Just looking at the stats from last night, 17 shots on goal 17 shots by Montreal, only 5 by us. 7 shots on goal by Montreal, only 3 on goal by us. That's just anemic. It's just real bad, man. And listen, I know people are coming at Phil Neville, and that's fair. I'm not going to get in the way of that. But my only critique of Phil is why put in Federico Higuain in the 88th minute last night. You know what I'm saying? Why not put him in the game
Earlier,
the same time that you put Gonzalo in the game?
No.
as
Right out of
always,
time.
he goes long. But guess what?
Part 2 is hit next.
Of course, part 2 is there. But something.
Before we go there.
Yeah, before we get there, it's just, there's in watching the game, something that bugged me and it just popped up as he's talking, made me think, is just that how inconsistent they are. Because last week we talked about the Orlando game being probably their best game of the year, even though they lost. Matuidi looked like a beast out there. They all looked great. And then what happened? The next week, it's a totally different team. So that's where I start, questioning coaching. And if it's maybe motivation, I don't, more than just say X's and O's. I know he's all about getting the culture right and stuff like that, but you can't keep a consistent effort in 2 games in a row. I do have to start questioning if it is the coaching or his staff that he brought in, which still falls on him.
Right. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Big O, who's watching us right now. Big O.
Hey.
I'm following you. They stopped doing that sponsored by Inter Miami radio show, and so he's doing his own thing right now. So go check out Big O because he's a good guy.
Yeah, we love Big O out here. Good guy. All right, here's part 2, and Orlando, you could call too.
Yeah, Big O.
If you're watching and you want to rant as well, you no longer work for the team. Give us a call. Tell us how you feel.
I'd love to hear what Big O has to say.
I'd love to hear it because Big O doesn't give a damn. He will tell you what he thinks. He's called me out.
He's done it to us.
He's done it to us. So I know he'll do it. All right, here's part 2 of Uncle Ned.
Now, you wasn't going to get rid of Uncle Ned that easily, doggone it. Come on now. Anyway, I'm back. But, once again, as I was saying, we really have to do something as far as our number 10 position. I was looking at the backs play as well. The left back position is a complete dumpster fire. And Joevin Jones, first and foremost, let's hope Joevin Jones gets well sometime soon, man. They had a picture of Joevin the other day, and he was in crutches. He had a leg brace on and everything like that, a boot, I think, on, actually, a walking boot and crutches. And, we're probably not going to see Joevin Jones for a while, which is sad because the depth on the left side of our backfield is suffering. And we got to hope that Kieran Gibbs comes in here and lights it up because there is not that much creativity also coming from the left back spot. And as far as Kevin Leerdam, he's going to be at the Gold Cup, I think, starting next week. So we're not going to see Leerdam for a while either, which, again, makes me scratch my head as to why we got rid of Dylan Nealis. We knew that Leerdam wasn't going to be around for some parts of this summer because we knew that Leerdam was going to get called up by the Suriname national team. So why are we getting rid of our right back, our promising young right back, for $70,000 to a competitive competition, which is in Nashville? Makes me scratch my head again. But until we get a number 10, we're going to be lacking. I also watched that Fort Lauderdale CF game against Tucson. Right now, Fort Lauderdale CF is actually the better team out of the senior team and our USL squad. They played against Tucson. They lost 2-1, but they actually have a pretty good team, and it's just a matter of concentration and better decision making out there on the pitch. So if you guys ever get a chance, make sure you watch Montreal CF. Maybe that'll help cure some of the blues that many of us are going through watching this Inter Miami team. And last but not least, happy 4th of July to all my friends and family out there. And, threw some shrimp out there and some chicken out there on the barbecue for dear old Uncle Ned. All right, Uncle Ned signing out. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.
Uncle Ned calling out what he wants to eat. He wants some shrimp. Not the barbecue chicken wasn't enough. He wants some shrimp as well.
He wants some shrimp. He likes some shrimp.
We had shrimp on the grill yesterday because yesterday's menu, Ed. This is more fun to talk about. Yesterday's menu.
The losing.
This is more fun. was shish kebabs. My wife made some nice shish kebabs with some good meat in there, and then we had some beef shish kebabs. We had some shrimp shish kebabs. That was good stuff with some corn on the cob. It's good stuff, Ed.
Hey, you're making me hungry already, Peter. I might just come over a little later.
Well, that's all right. That's gone now. You can go. That's gone.
Man,
you missed the boat on that, Ed.
Oh man.
So yeah, Fort Lauderdale CF. That goes back to Fort Lauderdale CF is more fun to watch. Wouldn't you rather see some of these Fort Lauderdale guys on the field right now instead of Higuain and Carranza and Matuidi? I mean, I would rather see some of these young up and coming players. And like I said, we can't get much worse. It reminds me a little bit of how FC Dallas has kind of built their club like that. They don't really spend a lot. Once in a while, they'll have a DP, but FC Dallas historically misspent on a DP years ago with I forgot his name, but a famous Brazilian player. I forgot his name right now, but most of their players, a lot of their players are coming up through their academy, and similar things have happened with Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Brought up a lot of their own players, and they were bad for a lot of years, and so you got to sit through that. But they're good now. But they were pretty poor for quite a while. But again, what do we have to lose? We're poor now.
I don't know, Peter. It's kind of tough to say. Uncle Ned. And it's funny how many uncles we've got now. Uncle Ned,
and I got another call. I got a call from another uncle sitting here waiting.
Let's listen to the other uncle and see what he's got to say.
All right, this is I don't know if he's calling himself an uncle today, because you never know with this guy.
This is Ted from South Miami, Florida. That's where I am right now, South Miami. I don't live there though. But let me ask you, Peter, why you think Coconut Grove is better than Coral Gables? It's nothing there in Coconut Grove. It's just a normal suburb. Anyway, let's move on.
Coconut Creek.
Ed, in my video last week, Ed said that I had a crazy hat and my sunglasses were for my grandpa. Those are Prada sunglasses, and the hat is because it helps with sunburn. I go for long walks in Coconut Grove or wherever I live, and it keeps the sun out. You save money on buying suntan lotion. That's a tip for you bald guys like you, Ed. All right, Phil Neville is an idiot. I don't know if he needs to be fired yet, but
he's an idiot.
The announcer said yesterday, they were planning on going halftime 0-0 so they can put in Pizarro or in Higuain in the second half, put in your reinforcements in the second half. If you can't even score, you're not even giving yourself a chance to score in the first half. Why? You're just throwing minutes away, and it didn't work because they gave up a goal. It's the same stuff every week. I mean, I've been making videos and calling in your show every week. Jay Chapman is not good. Seagal is not good. McCoon should never wear an Inter Miami shirt ever again. At least Ulloa didn't play. That's good. I like Gregory. I like Matuidi. I don't like Matuidi as a DP anymore, but I like Matuidi as a solid MLS center midfielder. He is definitely not a DP, though. I don't like Carranza. I don't like Gonzalo Higuain as a number 10 like he played yesterday. What? He is a number 9, not a number 10. I don't understand. Ed, get yourself one of those hats. Peter, check out Coral Gables Sunday. I think you'll like it. It's where University of Miami is. It's down next to Miami. You might like it. I know you've never been in Miami-Dade before, but maybe take a trip out there. Okay, bye.
Just so you know, I was born in Miami-Dade. And I spent the first, 16 years of my life in Miami-Dade. Now, it was the most northern part of Miami-Dade. I grew up close to county line there, and so Coral Gables, he's telling me to go to Coral Gables, Ed.
You've never been.
Well, I'll tell you, back in the long hair days, I might walk up and down the streets of the Grove. Oh, that was Grove. That was Coconut Grove. I see. I'm getting my places.
Same thing. It's right next to it.
It is. They're real close. My aunt lived in Coral Gables. They had a swanky kind of old, her husband was a lawyer. They had this swanky house, in this like really nice area, the older homes, but really richy kind of area. And I used to go there.
Right.
So, I hung out there a little bit. So, but, the Gables. You know what I used to go to the Gables for, Ed? That's where the Brazilian consulate was. And every time I'd go to Brazil, I'd have to go and get my not green card.
Visa.
Visa. Yeah. I had to go get a visa. And so I had to drive down to Coral Gables. So, I've been to Coral Gables. Coral Gables is all right. It's all right. It's okay.
Wow. So, all right, Peter.
What else did he say? Because I didn't pay attention to anything besides he was talking about
his
coconuts.
Hat was terrible in that video last week. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out that video last week because Ted has a crazy, hat on and those sunglasses. Come on, man. Even
those were not Prada.
No. Yeah, they're not Prada.
That's Spada, maybe.
Dude, he probably got those at I don't know some.
He got those from
the
from the kiosk in Coconut Grove somewhere, and they're actually called Badas, something like that. They're
$1 store.
They got a little. They're Badas.
Yeah, those things were at a $1 store or something because they look pretty cheap. I'm sorry, Ted. Got to call you out on that one, but I don't believe that they're Prada. Anyways, but back to soccer. Okay, Peter, he's talking about how terrible the team is, about how Higuain was playing as a number 10. He should be a number 9. They can't get their numbers straight. It's a big deal, man. This team is just not working, and I really don't know what else to do. Should we fire the coach? I'm kind of with you on that. We should hold on for a while. It's a team he didn't build by himself. This is all. Most of the players are players from that he inherited. That's the same thing that I said about Alonso. That Tubby got his players before we had a coach.
And did we maybe get rid of Alonso too soon?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we got rid of him too soon. I was all about giving him another season, giving him another chance. He was, he made the playoffs. Yes, it was a crazy setup the way it all went down, but we made the playoffs, so it wasn't the train wreck that the team is now. Now it looks as though the team is an actual train wreck. So there's no way but up to go at this point. Is that what
we can still sink a little bit lower.
Just a little bit below
a little
Toronto.
bit on the East. We're again going to the Eastern Conference. We could sink a little lower, but here's where I'm concerned, Ed. Let me share my screen. Let me do this. Let me share my screen here.
Let's check it out.
This is what I'm concerned about. This is our next few games.
Oof.
So
New England.
We're going up to New York, and New York just beat. I think New York just beat.
They just beat Orlando.
And we lost to Orlando, and we know Orlando's good. So you can pretty much chalk up the next Saturday's game as a loss, right?
Right. And then look who comes next on a Wednesday.
And you never, forever New England was bad, right? But New England is the first.
Forever.
New England is the first place team here on the East.
Incredible.
With 7 wins. So I'm thinking we probably can chalk that up for a loss.
Wow.
Then here's the benefit. The good thing is we got 3 home games in a row. Then we're playing Philadelphia. Where's Philadelphia? Philadelphia's in 3rd place.
Dope. As the good old philosopher Homer Simpson would say, dope.
Yeah, we could probably chalk that up as a loss.
Wow.
Then we're back to Montreal again.
Dude, we just lost twice to Montreal as it is.
And I think, with Montreal, why is this not working? I think with Montreal, we have a better shot of, out of all those games, we can probably, do better with. I'm having technical difficulties there.
I saw that. Yeah,
it wasn't clicking. It wasn't working. But we try to be professional, but we're not. So at the end of the day,
No,
we're not. So,
definitely.
whatever.
Oh man, Peter, it just does not look good. And will it take us to lose like 7-1, like Toronto did against DC United, for them to actually pull the plug on our coach? Is that what it's going to take?
Yeah, if we get killed by that much, something's got to change. And that's just it. Is I like Phil Neville. I like what he's what
Everybody
he
likes
says. He's a likable guy. So I don't know how much is his fault. We have no attack. I saw some people in the chat were talking about we need a number 10. And while I do agree with you, that number 10's job is to feed the forwards, right?
Right.
What forwards?
We only have Higuain, who smokes too much and eats too much.
And yeah, right. So you can't count on Higuain. He
Right.
might pull something out and do something spectacular from time to time, but he's not going to be consistent. Carranza moves around a lot, but is not dangerous, so forget him.
Right.
I would put Robbie Robinson in there over.
Is he coming back?
Not yet. That's the problem. But he's probably our best forward right now, and he's hurt. And and a lot of people were not fans of Robbie, but I think Robbie's our best striker. And then you even got guys on this team like Morgan, who's taken a step backward this year. And I do wonder, and I think we mentioned this on a previous show, how much is it Morgan just not doing well in the Phil Neville regime or whatever, and how much is it that MLS teams have figured him out?
I think it's more of the latter, because he was playing incredible last year, and it's not that he's playing bad this year.
No, he is, but he's just not as dangerous.
Player we've got. Yeah, he's not as dangerous.
He's not what he was last year. He's still our
They've
best
shut him
player.
down.
Him, and I think I saw this in the chat as well, and I would agree with whoever chatted this. Our two best players are Gregory and Morgan.
I agree. Gregory's good.
Gregory's good, and everybody else can go. And so
We'll
at
keep
that
Morgan
point,
and Gregory. Everybody else go home.
and then the field Fort Lauderdale. The rest of just field
There you
Fort
go.
Lauderdale. Let's put
And
them out
maybe
there.
Higuain, just because he could score. At that, he might be able to be a good scorer.
Here's what they could do with that Higuain. Just keep him up top. Just let him dance that line.
Peter Brown style. Yeah,
Exactly.
just stay up there. Right.
Or who else made that famous is Romario from Brazil, especially
That's where
up
he
in
learned
his.
it from.
Yeah, exactly. And
You just stay up there and forget about defense. Just stay up.
hang by
Wait
the
for the ball
goal.
to come to you.
You might get called offsides a lot. Whatever.
Just blow it off. Just say,
Whatever. Because there's going to be a time where they don't call you off when maybe you are, and you're going to get a goal, right?
Right. And they won't use the VAR or whatever.
Here, Russell is saying, speaking of coaches, I hear Zinedine Zidane is available. Maybe Beckham could talk to him. That was a player that was been bantered about quite a bit over last year. So,
Wow, I'd love to see him over here, but I don't think it's realistic at this point. He'd probably ask for too much money also. But I'm sure he'd love to come to Miami. Who doesn't want to come to Miami?
you can come in Fort Lauderdale right now until they get that
Well,
Miami Stadium
there you
built.
go.
But yeah,
Whatever. There's still
hey, Fort Lauderdale's awesome.
a lot of beach out there too.
Yeah.
So.
Fort Lauderdale Beach. I mean, you go get a condo right there on the beach. It's pretty damn
He's good.
sweet.
He's good. It's sweet.
Lots of nice restaurants and stuff right over Las
Well,
Olas.
maybe not right now because Elsa's coming, but
Is it really coming? Are we really?
that's what they say. But I think
we-
it's going to be more towards Naples. And
Are we really gonna have to
probably
deal
gonna
with
hit
that?
Tampa, which Tampa needs. They need a little rearranging, I guess.
Damn, Ed.
Well, it's because of
I
that
don't like
soccer
Tampa
team.
either,
Yeah,
but-
I'm not a Rowdies fan.
I don't like Tampa either, but hey, outside of the Rowdies, Tampa's sports scene right now is on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Brady there on the Buccaneers, and they won the Super Bowl, right? Then you got their baseball team that's doing well, and their hockey team
Yeah.
is in the
Hockey's
in the
not bad
Stanley
either,
Cup,
yeah.
I think. Are they in the championship, or they're in the
They're
playoffs?
in there, I
They're
think,
doing
too.
well.
Yeah,
They're
they've
doing
been-
something.
They've been doing good lately. So
Yeah. Rowdies still suck. No, the Rowdies are actually good too. I don't know if they're winning any
That's-
championships right now because I haven't kept up, but they're good. So
Well, yeah,
Our
even
weather
Eric Thomas says I'm brutal.
Our weather, here's where you could count on Football Miami TV and their chat in the chat room for your on the spot weather updates. These are you can't. I mean, these are you can count, put it down, lock it down.
I called it. It's going to hit Tampa.
And so does One World, One Goal says
There
going
you
to
go.
Tampa or North. It's done deal. Here we spoke.
Yeah, it's going to hit Tampa, and that's it.
I agree here as we're wrapping up. I agree with what Christopher Harris says. Wish we had a player like Valderrama as a number 10. He was incredible for a Miami Fusion. Man, Valderrama, he walked the field like nobody else. I mean, that guy did not run, but he was in the right place at the right time for the right pass. He didn't have to run. He didn't have to run. He walked the field like so amazingly well. It was funny.
Yes, he did. He walked. He did little effort. He was like, kind of like, I don't know. I was going to say comparing to Higuain, but Valderrama just was so much better at, he could have smoked a cigarette and played, and gotten fat and still played well and supplied all those goals to our players. But I don't know. I'm just so, I just want next year to start already, Peter Brown.
We asked for a comment from Big O. We got one here from Big O Radio Show. I doubt any major changes are made this season. Neville inherited this team that was poorly constructed by Tubby. I'll put that
there. You go.
That's not Big O's words, but I will say that. If they can make changes, it will probably happen next season. And that's a big thing, if they can make changes. Remember, we're working under sanctions. They've got a lot less money to work with.
Peter, and that's why I forgot about that.
And that's why I still stand by go young. I think it is fun to watch Azcona, if I'm saying that right, Azcona or Azcuna. I forget how to say his name sometimes. But when we see him on the field, it's exciting because he's one of their academy players, and he looks good when he gets a few minutes here, and he hasn't got very much lately. But It's exciting when you see him out there, and so because that's your future. So sit the old guys. You don't have a lot of money to work with, so bring up those young guys, those academy players, and see what they got.
Well, I think that's probably the way to go, man, because like you mentioned, we don't have the money right now for next season. We've got those killer sanctions. Wow, man, it just doesn't seem like we're going to be able to.
And the hits keep coming because I forgot about this. Jose Martinez reminds us that the Rowdies beat Inter Miami in preseason. So
thanks a lot, Jose. Yes.
All right,
thanks for reminding us.
All right, Elsa, go take care of the Rowdies.
Yeah,
I'm with you, Ed. Elsa, go take care of the Rowdies. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. And we're pretty much done with this show. But guys, I don't know, Peter. What else can we add to this?
ACTS 111, Acts 111. Stop making excuses for Neville. He's out of them. He used Pizarro as a scapegoat, and in the last games, Pizarro hasn't played much, and they lost. That sounds like a Pizarro fan. But whenever Pizarro has come into the game, he's offered a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
So, I mean, and I was a big supporter of Pizarro for a long time. I kept saying, maybe he's not a number 10. Let's put him on the wing. Because he shows a lot of skill and he's got a lot of desire.
He's good. He's good with the ball. He can. He's got good feet. He can create chances, but he sometimes holds on to the ball too long. But he hasn't even been able to have a chance to do that now recently. So, oh man, this is so frustrating. Having to deal with this.
Oh, so he's not a Pizarro fan because he says Pizarro sucks too.
Pizarro sucks too. I saw that too. That's why I started laughing. And I was like, yeah, okay. Definitely not a Pizarro fan.
No, he's not a fan, but he sucks too. And Eric Thomas, but Pizarro is trash.
So I think it's about Phil. And then I think
that's what people are thinking.
Acts 111 is said that in his last comment. He's basically saying, it might be Pizarro.
But we said that. Are we just so? Is the ownership just that bad at hiring head coaches? And that's the other thing. Okay, let's say, and I know we're wrapping up here. As we talk about Phil Neville and our previous coach as well, Alonso.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just they're making poor hiring choices? Now The guy that's in charge of making those decisions now did not pick those two guys. Chris Henderson. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to Neville and give Chris Henderson an opportunity to make that decision and own it. And we know Chris has got a good expertise, good pedigree from being with Seattle and also a Miami Fusion guy. So maybe it's time to let him bring in his own guy. But we could go on and on in this depressing episode on a celebratory 4th of July. And it was supposed to be, this is supposed to be a fun night because it's the 4th of July. Celebrate. And we're just.
It should be. It should be, Peter. But look, there's a couple of messages here for, people who are naming coaches.
Okay.
I've seen, and if you see, they're talking about Matias Almeida. I don't know if you saw that. Matias Almeida.
I didn't see the chat. No. But is he available?
No, he's actually, I think he's with San Jose right now. But I think that he may have been fired. I don't know.
Oh, everybody's getting fired over in San Jose.
Yeah,
the president or soccer operations guy got fired.
Look, even somebody mentioned Fiore for coach. Look at that. I worked one time with when Ray Hudson, who was one of the announcers. They hired him, and look what happened to the Miami Fusion. They were just an incredible
best team ever.
Maybe we get El Presidente to be the coach, and he might be able to do some magic.
It'll be entertaining, at least. The press conference.
Exactly.
The best thing about Ray, not only did he make a winning club, Ray Hudson, with the Miami Fusion, one of the best things were the post-game conferences. His post-game interviews were amazing. Fernando's post-game interviews would be pretty entertaining as well.
Probably hilarious, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind that. But I'll tell you, when I used to ride back with my dad from Lockhart Stadium to Miami, on the way back, we'd just turn on the radio and we'd listen to Ray go on and on about, unfortunately we were winning at the time a lot. So they were, he'd make us laugh, and it was incredible. So maybe Fernando Fiore is the way to go. I don't know.
I see now Cotto was the one that was mentioning Almeida. Almeida's not doing well over in San Jose either, though. So why do we want another loser? I'm calling everybody out. All right, I think that's that. I think we can do a whole
Eric Thomas
show.
said it. Yeah, Almeida got fired, so he's available.
Yeah, wow.
So Aramis is available. Almeida's available.
Let's get all the losers.
Let's continue our trend.
Yeah, so that we could be losers as well.
Yeah. Anyways, guys,
hey, look, if we're gonna pick a MLS rehashed coach, I still stand by go and just prop up Jason Kreis for the rest of the year while you do a detailed search. If you're gonna part ways with Neville. Having said all that, I think you got to wait. And I know the commentary is really fire Neville. We talked about it a little bit today. I still think you got to give him more time. He's got garbage to work with. Garbage. So I can't blame him completely. He's part of the problem, but he's not. I think the bigger part of the problem is the guys that are actually on the field. They're just inconsistent. It bugs me to no end.
And they can't do anything to score. And we only have one goal scorer
I'm with Carlos here. Where do we even start with improving this team? I'm honestly out of ideas. I agree.
Start from scratch.
I agree.
Everybody. Start from scratch.
All right, everybody. Hey, let's have a good 4th of July. Everybody go turn this off. Go walk outside. See if there's any fireworks in your backyard somewhere in the neighborhood. Because if you're sitting here watching this, you're probably still at home. Or heck, this is mobile. You could be sitting waiting for the fireworks to get launched and watching us on your cell phone. If that's the case, that's awesome. But go watch some fireworks. Go celebrate with your family. I don't know about you, Ed, but I have tomorrow off as a holiday as well. So I still have another day off to enjoy.
Me too. And I'm gonna have some more beers. What I'm gonna do, and hopefully, next game. Who's our next game against?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah,
and it's
look
over there.
Yeah, it's up there. We were just there, so at least they're comfortable with the field. I don't know. But happy 4th of July, everybody. Thanks so much to everybody in the chat. A very active chat room tonight. I was thinking we would have a very quiet chat tonight, knowing that it's a holiday. So, and I was a little hesitant on even doing a show tonight because it's a holiday. But thank you for everybody that came into the chat. You guys make it fun. Really love hanging out with you and doing this because we do it for the fun, guys. And again, thanks to Caneswear. That's where I will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably around lunchtime, I will be swinging by Caneswear and spending some hard-earned money on some
guys.
Inter Miami
Go and
gear.
meet up with Peter Brown.
Come see me at Caneswear.
Yeah, he's going to be at Caneswear. Maybe he can help you guys get a discount or something.
FMTV 10. Go use promo code FMTV 10. If you want to do it online, that's fine. And you can use that promo code and get 10% off. And if you go to the store, just mention Football Miami TV. They'll still give you the discount.
Okie doke, Peter. I think.
Vamos Orlando is coming in here at the last second. What about the bet? Inter Miami lose the game. What? I don't remember what the bet was.
We can do a bet for when we play Orlando.
But I think Vamos Orlando was calling us out about this game, wasn't it? I think Vamos Orlando would have to remind us what the actual bet was. I don't remember. We say a lot of stupid stuff on this show, and you can't expect us to remember all of it.
We do, and Peter drinks a lot, and so do I, so sometimes we forget. But I was thinking, if we do a bet, why don't we do a bet for when we play Orlando next time? We have... Orlando has a definite advantage, so we'll probably end up losing, Peter. If you're prepared to do something,
I don't know. We got to talk more about that. I don't remember what the bet was. I know Vamos Orlando did call us out saying something, but I don't remember what it was. One World is saying dye your hair purple. I think that's for you, Ed, to dye your hair purple.
Maybe my beard.
I'm not dyeing mine purple. Oh, here it is. Vamos Orlando says... Vamos says, if you lose the game, you will dress purple, but you Inter wins, I was willing to pay $100. So they're saying that we have to wear purple? Were we supposed to wear purple in this show? Was that the idea? I don't know. Sorry, we blew that one. All right, that's enough. We'll talk more about that. You contact us next week, Vamos Orlando. Let's talk more about it. Let's have some fun here on the channel.
But let's do it for the Orlando game. We've got some time.
All right.
Think of something.
Yeah. Something for the Orlando game.
Something good for the next Orlando game.
I'm on it. I'm with you. Ed will dye his hair purple.
My beard, maybe.
Ed, it's an easy bet. You got no hair. It's an easy bet. Just go with it. Just say, yeah, I'm dyeing my hair purple. you don't have any hair on the head. It's an easy bet. You win. No big deal.
Vamos Orlando is saying, that was the bet. It was the thing. But let's save it for Orlando because you're an Orlando fan. Let's do a bet for that, and let's talk about it in the next show because we got stuff to do. It's 4th of July. Let's go. All
right. Let's go see some fireworks, everybody. Hey,
and drink some beer.
All right. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends and your neighbors, everybody, that about Football Miami TV. Love you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Oops, wrong one.
What's that?